I'm a DJ.
I'm an urban youth.
I'm a DJ. All right, if you're listening to the podcast, you can't see, but I had headphones on trying to be a DJ. Thanks for the beat, Jay. Keep that up. Keep going. Give me a beat.
Is this how it starts?
Give me a beat.
This is how we're starting the show?
Jake, hold on. Let's start over. We'll cut all this out. Jake, give me a beat.
Okay, if you're cutting it, fine. Wait,
Yo,
I'm sorry. It's hard.
Try again. Yo, everybody. Welcome to Pretty Much It. It's Club Edition here on Pretty Much It. Mike.
How you doing, Eric?
There it
How
is.
you doing?
We have a couple things to say before we actually get into this week's episode. Jake, it's okay. You can breathe.
Breathe. Also,
Breathe.
take it down a notch.
Breathe.
That was like a really intense club. Like, what kind of club is that?
Yeah, that was
like just
it was a hostel.
Yeah, hostile.
We are going to talk about the news today.
Hello.
Oh.
Hey, I'm Jake.
Yes, I'm Eric.
I am your pal, Mike.
And I'm having a great time, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about the movie and gaming news. But first, we have a couple things we have to say real quick. We said last week that you could win an iTunes gift card.
But we lied.
iTunes gift card. Yeah, but we lied.
Giving away a bunch,
throw 'em away.
a bunch of them. Yeah.
Yes, we're giving away a bunch to people who left reviews on our podcasts, which still
nice
waiting
of
for
you.
Paul's to go up. I'm not sure. And Lauren will be doing one eventually as well.
Mine's up, right? Can we tell people it?
The new one you just did?
No, but my podcast.
Your podcast is on iTunes, and we talked about it last week, actually. Were you here?
No.
So we have our winners. We have That Goofy Goof,
Oh, that's my favorite.
Cosmic Rewind, whoa, and Kevin P. Murphy, which is a name I recognize.
Yes.
Those were all really good names until the Kevin one.
Right,
Kevin
because
is
that's a birth
a normal
name.
American name. Yeah.
But you guys, congratulations, you guys and or gals. Kevin might be a girl name. We thank you very much for leaving those reviews.
Those beautiful reviews.
And
Thank you.
Beautiful
yes,
reviews.
there's some nice stuff in there. I think Kevin was actually talking about TV shows, and I actually just recorded a podcast about American Horror Story today that'll be up next week.
Wow.
And they actually did a podcast as well that'll be up next week. So we're really
video
gonna
games, yeah.
get the video game, all the podcasts, getting into high gear. But
nice work. You won
write to us
iTunes
on
cards.
Facebook.com/prettymuchit, and we'll get your information to send you these iTunes gift cards.
Yeah,
Thank you.
nice work.
Before we get to the news, though, one thing that we have to say is that we have a brand new commentary track available right now, and you guys, you specifically, get it for only $1. 99 cents. 50% off for the first 24 hours. So tomorrow, on Saturday, when we post the clip, part of it you're about to see, but when we post the clip on YouTube, it's going to go up to $2, which is still nothing for a comedy track that's like 90 minutes long. But you guys get it for only $1. So if you're interested, definitely check it out. Click the link in the info. And of course, if you are a $5 per month Patreon supporter, you get all of these included. In fact, they've been listening to it for a week.
Yeah, get on that bills and give it to us.
Take a quick look.
He was wearing a face.
He was
He was
wearing.
wearing a face.
A human face.
Bow down.
He's like, everybody has a human face, child.
What's that noise? Ah, no! God damn it. Wasn't this supposed to be shitty? I'm actually jumping out of my skin left
Yeah,
and
what's the
right.
matter with you? That was pretty funny.
It was.
It was.
So remember,
was
click
it
the
again?
links in the info if you want to check it out. It was Texas Chainsaw.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, it was great.
Yep.
Let's get into this week's news.
All right.
Starting
All
off
right.
with movie news. That's interesting, right?
All right. I mean, it's only interesting if you make it interesting.
Oh, I will.
That's what my
Yeah,
grandpa
maybe not.
always.
So we've got 2015. What was a big change that came for 2015 recently?
Star Wars.
Well, no change at all. Slightly to Star Wars.
Ben
actually.
Affleck dropped out of Batman vs Superman.
He quit.
to
He got
become
fired.
Superman.
Okay,
And
comicbookmovie.com forum user, number 6224601. We actually have interesting news about Batman and Superman.
What are you trying to say about me?
I made a theater reference and an internet reference in one
great.
sentence. But 2015, Batman and Superman is gone.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Guess what? Moved in to fill the void.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man filled the spot.
I can't even.
Now that's
Marvel.
Marvel was like,
Yeah.
we're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
We got it.
There's a Marvel meeting somewhere at Disney HQ.
And they were just
like,
laughing
what?
for an they were just laughing for an hour.
There's like a lightning bolt.
It's
on
like
the
Austin
outside.
Powers.
Yeah.
Like, ah.
But yeah, so they actually, it's funny because I don't know if you remember, but WB, they
Warner
put,
Brothers.
Yeah, I don't know why it sounded weird to say WB.
The
It's Warner
CW.
Brothers. They put, the next Superman film is going to premiere on the CW. They put Pan there, the Peter Pan stupid reboot, whatever. I mean, not stupid, but probably stupid. And then Ant-Man's coming in. Pan is going to be nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So
Pan.
they're killing Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, you're nothing.
Peter Pan. You're nothing.
Hugh Jackman's going to be in it. I don't know what he's doing.
You're just a boy with silly socks.
No.
And what does he just steal children from their beds?
How crazy is that, though?
Children from the bed.
Isn't that insane?
That is a
Yeah,
big
it's
deal.
insane, but it's like it's so funny because it's like it's obvious that what we were just saying. There's like an evil corporate meeting and everyone's laughing.
Evil.
It's an evil meeting. And
I love
a
the Marvel
bunch of-
movies.
Oh, I love them too. But
I think this is a great move.
Anytime I imagine people in charge of a company, I imagine just
You just
like,
picture Tim and Eric's billion-dollar movie.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
eat their hearts.
It's going to be a banner year for Marvel. As
I get it,
always is.
Bruce Banner.
Oh,
Next, we've
yeah.
got some news about Cap. In
Tim-
America 3.
Okay, now this is interesting.
Yes. So the Russo brothers,
The directors of the Captain
directors-
America 2.
The Russo
of
Bros.
Captain America 2
Bruce Bros.
will officially be directing Captain America 3.
Now, I think from what I've seen, like they have like this like 3 or 4 minute scene of like the elevator fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had to watch it before Thor, unfortunately.
Well,
Yeah.
from what I've seen, the movie looks pretty good.
Definitely.
Yeah. And like,
I just don't wanna see it.
What everyone is saying, what everyone's saying, of course, you know, the people who have seen the movie first, who work for Marvel, are saying it's great. You know.
Now, the thing is with this, though, is that, I mean, I don't know. Like, one... And when we talked about this, this happened with another series. You know, we don't even... It's not out yet. We don't know if they're any good.
Right.
And I'm worried because...
but it means the studios...
it means they like it, but
Right.
that doesn't mean anything to me
It
as
does,
a person.
It does to me because the way that the studio basically says they don't like the movie is by announcing they don't want them
Yeah,
back.
new director.
Well,
you know what I mean? To a point.
Yeah, and I guess that's good because I was really worried about the Russo brothers because they have an awful track record.
I know they do.
Like what?
Not
Like
to-
what?
Like the fact that like I could barely tell you.
Next up, we've got some news about the Fantastic Four.
Ooh,
Now-
there's been a lot of news about
Right,
that.
so-
F4.
Yes. So tell me, you told me
Yeah.
about a plot that you read about.
Yeah, there was a big internet.
Do you already know
website-
about this or no?
I know about what happened.
Okay.
Like, there was a big site. It wasn't like
Give us the spark notes because it doesn't matter because it's
yeah,
not true.
Yeah, what happened was like there was a plot synopsis of the Fantastic
Mm-hmm.
Four movie, and it completely changed. Everyone completely liked it.
Yep.
It was about like they're all kids, and Mr. Fantastic
Reed and
Went to
Grimm
college
are-
together or
are
something?
yeah, like
buddies.
they were buddies.
They
and
get powers first or something.
yeah, like they got their
Okay.
powers before Sue and Johnny Storm, and
and then they worked for the government. It was so
It
weird.
sounded like a bunch of Bologna.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it turned out to be a bunch of
Josh
Bologna.
Trank came out and said, "I'm gay," and he also came out and said, "No, he didn't." But that's what came out of my head.
It's okay if he is gay,
It's okay. But he came out and said that, "I'm sorry, Dad. I know this is hard for you.
But I'm gay."
I was doing the gay thing again. Gotcha.
Yeah, what
gotcha.
did he really say?
For real, he said that it's not true. Next.
That's
And
that's
it.
really
We
good.
move on.
That's
that
really
is good because that's.
Because
I mean,
that
it
was
sounded.
bad.
It was a very.
Here's the thing: you're gonna think I'm a hypocrite because you're gonna be like, well, "What about the Mandarin?"
Yeah.
I think you can
No.
change the villains.
Yep.
I think you can't change the hero because that's the base
No,
of your
yeah.
story.
I know
totally
you can
agree.
change
To a point.
You can change a hero to a point, but there are
You can't
certain
change the
things.
core
Yeah,
of
like
it.
I'll say
Yes.
an example of what they did wrong. Like Peter
Did wrong
Parker
with
in the
what?
Amazing
Oh.
Spider-Man.
Making
Peter
him
Parker's
look
supposed,
cool?
yeah, made him look like awesome.
Yeah.
Like he looks like the coolest. Skin in
Every
his high
girl there
school.
would have
Yeah.
kissed the tip.
Yeah,
Like
right
as
there.
as different as Iron Man was, it still was like he's Iron Man. He's got like a suit and he's cool.
He does the Iron
You know,
Man
they kept
thing.
that- yeah.
Yeah. But the other news about Fantastic Four is that apparently playing the Thing, I think he was offered the role. I don't think it's official. Josh Gad. Josh Gad, as in, you haven't seen Frozen. What the hell would you have?
He was in the Book of Mormon. He was the
Yeah,
chubby
he's the
one.
main guy in Book of Mormon.
Him.
He's funny.
Okay,
yeah, he's
yeah.
good.
But
he's great.
he's funny.
He's funny. He would be like a comical thing. Like, hey guys, I'm the Thing.
But he's
Whoa!
got not to be mean about him, but he's got very much like a caveman face. So he'd
I
be
wouldn't
good
say-
all done up like
Well,
a rock man.
There's actually also, you know, makeup.
yeah. What about it?
They
I'm
use
saying
it.
like yeah.
Michael
that's what
Chiklis
I'm
wasn't
saying.
really a rock.
Oh well, he was pretty close. Like they barely had to put any makeup on that guy. Are you kidding me?
He came in one day and they were like, "Sir, you're a rock," and he's like, "I got the job, right?"
Yeah, he's like, it's clobber time, right? Is that what he says? Is that what he does? Is that what he does?
Get out of my house, you stranger!
You rock man.
Next,
Oh,
we've got before the kids
Was
have
that
nightmares
was that a news story?
that Josh Gad might be playing him. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Did
That
we
was
just,
it.
Did we just talk about the news?
I think we just made it up. Yep. Goodbye. X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Yes.
Oh,
now.
this is so funny.
It is
because-
Lots of
hell
stuff
of a
this
month.
week.
A week.
Before we get into everything that happened, it's funny. Like fate conspired to the pretty much it episode to happen in time for this episode.
Yeah.
Because last week we were talking about Quicksilver and how we prefer him, how he be, and
Right.
we were specifically saying it's so good they're not going to dress him all in black.
Well, that's the future apparently, which is actually kind of tongue in cheek if you ask me, because it's basically saying that the future is just nothing but being dressed in black.
dark and
He
green.
looks very
What you saw was
steampunk.
I think what we saw was maybe the past.
Well, I was just saying specifically, they showed Quicksilver in his full costume. And
Yeah.
he's
And it looks black. It doesn't look silver.
all black.
Quick
all
black.
black.
Quick.
Black silver.
Well, he was revealed through the Empire covers.
We're not going to go through all of them.
No,
there was
no.
a bunch.
I want to go through all of them, but I'm not going to.
How about Toad?
Toad looks like a
looks
terrorist
pretty awful.
rapist.
So good, so good.
Yeah, I mean, a terrorist rapist with the powers of
Overall,
a frog.
I'd say all the
scary.
looks are pretty exciting, though. It's cool. I'm excited.
Here's the thing.
You know, I'm a little questionable about some of them are questionable.
There's two specific things I want to talk about. One is Wolverine's outfit. I think we've already seen it, actually. I think we've seen that.
Yeah.
The black outfit. I get it. There's yellow and blue. Very cute.
Yeah, vaguely. It's cool, I guess.
Make it a little brighter in post.
Yeah, please.
Please?
Please.
Whatever. If it has to be dark and gritty, though, those suits look pretty fucking badass, I have to say. They look pretty. For
Magneto
dark and
looks
gritty,
cool.
for
Magneto
dark and
looks
gritty,
really
they
cool.
look cool.
for future gear.
I'm sorry. I know. I don't care for
I
that.
really
but-
wish they would give Mystique clothes because
Jake.
I know it's like the most like opposite thing I would ever say, but
Well, not just because it's Jennifer
Well-
Lawrence, but I meant just because that's the character.
the
the
character has clothes.
She's not. The character's technically not naked. It's
No,
like
but
scales.
no, but
Yeah.
but Mystique wears clothes.
Okay,
in the
according to
comics?
Jay.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the comics?
in most of them, yeah. She
I don't
does.
remember that.
In the official canon,
All right, well,
Mystique
yeah.
wears clothes.
Everybody else is wearing clothes.
Exactly.
So it's boring. So,
So do
let's
I.
make it a little.
gotta
better.
have
Evan,
one
we need a
naked chick
naked
in there.
person.
Come on, that's my philosophy on life. Dinklage's cover is fantastic because they
Yeah.
did not make him
Yeah.
bigger on the cover. He's like
Yeah.
barely
They're
visible
like, look
behind
at
the
this little
words.
guy.
I love the fact
Yeah.
that they did that. And also, the last thing I want to talk about is we have two covers of the Sentinels.
The
Yes.
future Sentinels.
We have the one that we've seen already, which we've seen what it looks like. Looks
Classic
great.
Sentinel looks cool.
And then we've got the future one,
Wait,
which is literally what is it? That's like
It's
Like
Megatron.
particles. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
it
like
looks like Megatron. It's like Ghost.
Black Megatron, Monster Man, Monster Mash, Robot.
It looks like
dance
it's like made
party.
up of like a bunch of
It just,
metallic
well,
plates.
I would say it
floating
just
around.
looks like everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing like.
It looks like RoboCop.
Well,
There's yeah, it's like there's got to be someone in the movie industry that's like making these decisions about like.
and it's all a big joke.
Well,
Yeah,
their whole design philosophy behind it was that like eventually they wanted something that could actually stop the X-Men. So they made this thing thinking that it can
Oh.
change and move
'cause it's
and like
black.
Yeah, because
and it's not. It's like made more
all
of
black.
matter.
It's all black on black.
It's made of matter. It's not just a clunky robot.
Oh, so I get it. It's tactical, as what's his
don't-
name says.
Batman.
As
I don't know what you're saying. What are you talking about?
what the hell's his name?
Who's his name? This is not
Let's
good.
see it in black. Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Oh
Keaton.
God!
Yeah.
I love
But
it.
I think that, and this is just me, but like I don't think there's going to be a lot of future scenes. I don't think we're going to
That's
see
what
the
I was
Sentinel that
saying.
much.
I
I don't think
think-
we're going to see it that
No,
much.
we're not gonna see that much.
I think
I
it
don't
might
mind.
even be even a bigger reach around with the, what they're doing.
You don't need to demonstrate it, Mike. Mike, let go of Jake.
What they're doing to us,
Yeah.
the fans. I'm not even that big of a fan. I think what's going to happen is that the opening scene is going to be they're in the future and like we gotta go back in time.
It's
And
like
in the
look
end-
at
and
Cable,
that's gonna
look
be
at Bishop.
it. Like that's all gonna like we're gonna see Iceman and all of them in the future.
Not
And
even
it-
Rogue.
Not Rogue. Yeah.
They gave her a cover though
She
because
wasn't
they had the
important
shot,
enough.
so whatever.
Well,
But-
apparently she's still in it, but she doesn't
She
have
gets
a scene.
mentioned.
They had a scene where she actually like had lines, and they cut it.
Nah, let's cut that.
Yeah, now you just see her standing with everyone else in the
Oh,
background.
okay.
Yeah, but she's in it still.
yeah.
Because like I'm imagining just like the editor sitting like what can we cut? Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that
Rogue.
one. That
yeah,
one. Yeah.
Rogue and a pack where nobody wants.
Hashtag that gap. Gotta go.
Oh, the gap
It's
in her
cute.
teeth.
I think it's cute.
What?
Sorry.
Why is it deformity cute?
Deformity.
Oh,
Deformity, a flaw, an imperfection. I'm sorry.
That's
Who are
what
you,
makes
the
us beautiful, Jake.
Have you seen? I was gonna try and come up with a beautiful, perfect woman, but I couldn't think.
I don't know.
of
You
one.
got a thing on your face right there. What is that?
What is that? What is
You got
that?
a- I got
what
a
is-
pimple or something.
that? No.
What is
you
your
freak?
What is your vision of the perfect woman?
He's literally,
Yeah.
actually, he's literally demonstrating the theme of X-Men: Days of Future Past. So why don't we
Yeah.
move on to the next story?
Yeah, I hate mutants or whatever. They shouldn't be allowed.
Next, we've got some news that really rattled the cage of the internet this week.
Seizures.
Caesar's Palace.
Oh,
We got
Caesar's Pizza.
a blurry look at some figurines, essentially, I guess, that are
Models.
They're
I'd say,
models.
yeah.
They're actual models
Yeah.
that are used like for lighting purposes, I guess. Sort
Yeah.
of like on the set of the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles.
Oh, there's also a poster. Have you
There's a
seen the
poster, but it's
yeah.
it's more cartoony. But
Yeah.
it's the same look, but it's a little more
Yeah,
cartoony.
it's
so
not
either
that
way,
poster.
you can see it.
First thought, as soon as I saw it, great.
Mine too.
Yeah.
First time when I saw it,
Yeah.
I was like, awesome.
I was
I
actually-
loved like the bamboo.
Like I love how
Freaking
it
cool.
looks like all of their costumes are like garbage. Like
Yeah, they're all different. It's all a little
Did you
hodgepodge.
see one of them was like the armor?
Yeah.
Was like it looked like they got it out of like
a trash can.
a trash can and like
Yeah, it was like
put
hammered
together.
metal. Yeah. it was cool.
That's like when I was a kid. That's what I wanted the turtles to look like on the big screen.
Right.
I was a little let down with the original.
By the-
CGI.
What about the
and
sequel?
I see a lot of people like not into this though, but I'm kind of thinking like, why? Like, I don't think it's perfect.
No, it's
but
not.
it's
Well,
fine.
it's a vision that I'm fine with.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it in motion.
Yeah,
So I guess
exactly.
like this
And we also
could
haven't
be.
heard their voices and like seen them talking.
Yeah.
They do still look
So-
like they have the tude.
Oh yeah, if you look at the
Yeah.
picture, he's got like cool goggles on.
Yeah, they all have. They're all a little different. I like
Cool
that.
specs.
There's like little differences that play up to their characters. That's a nice little nod.
But I might be also being generous because I also kind of expected the worst.
A lot
Yeah.
worse.
So at
yeah.
least it's not. Like,
Yeah, at least
it's
yeah.
not this.
But it's definitely good. Like,
Yeah.
It's definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's got like it feels like they are putting like emotion into the movie. It doesn't
Right.
feel like the kids love those fucking turtles. Make a movie.
Yeah.
Just film it with Megan Fox and just get it done. Just
Right,
get
right.
it done.
Be sure to let us know, guys, like in the comments or on Twitter, like what you think, because I'm not sure. Like I haven't gauged
Well,
a reaction
Ninja
from
Turtles
people.
had like a resurgence in the past couple of years. Like that's like a
Yeah.
big thing with kids again.
Yeah, it's
now.
cool, which is really cool.
Yeah, it is
I'm
cool.
Happy about
I am
that.
happy.
You know what?
I also have to say just one other thing to point out about these the look of these guys. Comic book movie. Mark Cassidy. I don't know if you guys follow him.
Yeah.
If you know him. He told me he thought that the main flaw was the noses. I personally thought it was the eyes. 'Cause they have human
yeah,
eyes.
yeah.
That's weird.
The eyes
I
for me
think-
were
But he said the
striking.
noses, which two of them have like kind of humanoid
Yeah.
noses, but the other two are just nostrils on,
I
a,
was-
on a snout, which
I was-
is fine.
I was gonna say my most the feature that kind of weirds me off is the lips. They got very human lips.
It's tough to go from a cartoon, which is just a line,
Yeah.
to a human, not to a human, but to a three-dimensional thing. But I do think they did a good job.
Yeah,
Actually, it looks
definitely.
good.
Yeah, definitely. Good, heading in the
Now,
right
what
direction.
about what the hell's the villain's name?
Megan Fox?
Oh, now we
Yeah.
saw photographs
Shredder. Oh,
of
Shredder.
a photo of Shredder.
What do you
Which
think?
looks like Megatron again.
Not into
like,
it.
Looks like
well, not
Well,
into
it looks like Shredder.
The-
You know, like
the-
when
the-
you imagine Shredder, you imagine like a guy with the metal
So it's
suit.
like a hardcore version
But like
of
his
him, though?
face is
Yeah.
like it's like all this spiky metal
It's
and
not
glowing
necessary.
eyes. But I will say like the full shot of him standing, like with the cape flowing and everything, he has like that looks like it would have a really scary screen presence. And I'm
Alright.
into that. I think that's cool.
Next, we're going to talk about Tarantino.
Oh, he's
So we
in the
talked
news again.
last week. He's still in the news. So last week we talked about the fact that he,
Is scrapping the Hateful Eight.
yes, because
Completely.
the script leaked. It was even leaked online. So on Gawker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gawker leaked it.
Thanks, Gawker. I'm gonna read it though.
Well, careful,
Is there-
because he's suing Gawker.
Oh, cease
and he'll
desist.
sue you,
He'll sue the
Jake.
shit out of you, Jake.
Tarantino. Listen, you got nothing.
You have.
You
the-
got nothing
Well,
on
go
me.
on, go on.
You
You,
got-
just, you have the floor. He's listening. Go on.
He's listening. He's gonna listen to this.
yes, yes.
Tarantino, listen, okay? There was this part in Kill Bill, the first one, where it was just all anime. That was so cool.
So he's suing Gawker, and that's the end of that story.
How come you didn't? Okay, no. Okay, fine. yeah.
Why
How
aren't
come
there
you
more
didn't
anime?
Come to my birthday party. But anyway, it's interesting because it's like you wonder. Well, the debate is, is Gawker allowed to post that? They didn't host it on their website. No, fuck you, Gawker. I don't give a shit. I think Tarantino absolutely should sue Gawker.
Well, no,
Come.
listen. Tarantino always was kind of like this cool creative type, and
yeah.
now he's
After he makes the movie, fine. He
Yeah.
loves it getting out there. Before he makes it, when it's essentially stolen
Yeah.
to a point,
Yeah.
no, that's bullshit.
I mean,
hate
I guess
that.
the integrity of the film, like he doesn't want it getting
couple of-
spoiled and stuff.
Gawker got a couple extra clicks that day,
Now
and we
where-
lost a film. Like
Yeah.
he's never gonna make
Wow,
it.
that's it. When you put it that way,
Thank you, awesome. We probably wouldn't even get the book at this point because what is he gonna give a shit, Quentin Tarantino? I would feel so shitty if that happened.
But guys, if Gawker went down, where would we get our news on on things?
I don't know.
on internet
BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed. Oh.
yeah, okay.
Next, we have some interesting news about the Oscars. Do you remember when? I don't know if you guys watched the actual live stream like I did, but
Yeah,
when they were
some
going
of it.
through the best original song, it said "Alone Yet Not Alone" from "Alone Yet Not Alone," and Paul and I looked at each other like, "Eh?"
Did we just have a seizure?
We're like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
Guess what? Turns out the Academy announced, I think it was yesterday, they're stripping that nomination.
Why?
Because the reason you've never freaking heard of it is because a guy promoted it and lobbied it to people he knew were in the Academy and kind of like campaigned, like they do campaigns, but
That's
not
how-
Yeah.
personal campaigns.
That's exactly how Saving Private Ryan got the boot.
There you go. Somebody said something.
No, someone was like trying to ship it out to the Academy, saying, "Hey, this is a good movie.
Yep.
Give it a good thumbs
So that's what happens. But you know what? We're
Wow.
talking about it, so I guess they got some press.
Yeah, you know what won over Saving
Wow.
Private Ryan that year? Romeo Must Die. Ran over.
Have you seen Romeo Must Die?
No, I saw the trailer.
It was incredible.
I've seen John Tucker.
That was
Must Die.
Aaliyah was in that movie, and that was like the last movie she was in. Well, she wasn't really in a lot of movies.
Who?
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I thought you said Leo.
I know. I was like, no, you're thinking of Romeo plus Juliet. But speaking of songs and best songs, I think which song is nominated from Frozen? Let It Go. Gotta be right.
Yeah.
Did you see Frozen?
Yeah.
I didn't see Frozen, but that's the only thing I've seen from
Okay.
Frozen is the Let It Go song.
It's good.
Can we
It's a good song.
Jake, did you like Frozen?
Yeah.
I loved it.
I haven't seen it.
I loved it.
Why are we talking like this?
I don't know. I thought it was great. So the interesting thing, absolutely, I just wanted to mention it. It's not even a big deal of news, but one of the most brilliant marketing things and the most brilliant things just financially, I'm probably going to go. Disney is re-releasing Frozen as a sing-along version with the words at the bottom.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Really?
That's genius.
When was
That
it?
is genius. Everyone's obsessed with Frozen.
Oh my God!
Everyone will go, and it's a sing-along.
I poll a lot
Wow.
of kids.
I
And,
w-
they.
Well,
Wow,
we know.
that-
No, we know that. We
Poll
know.
Poll
I
a lot
poll
of
a
kids.
lot of
I
kids.
I
poll
don't
a lot
think
of
that
kids,
is better.
and they are.
Yeah.
Like, you're
Well,
like,
then-
poll is better than saying poll.
P-O-L-E.
I poll a lot of
All I
kids.
know is, all I know is, you deal with your demons on off time, please.
no.
All I know is we all have skeletons in our closet.
Oh.
Some of them aren't underage.
I think I'd rather see Frozen first without singing.
Yes, no, of course, but I would go again for sure
Yeah.
to see this version. Definitely.
would sing your
I just
heart
want to
out.
see it again.
Now this next bit of news, though, I am like so.
Why don't you bring us into it?
No, I
It's
don't
also
wanna-
about singing and dancing.
I want to hear you talk about it. Go ahead.
I actually don't know the full story. I figured you would fill us in.
Jake knows everything.
All I saw was Vin Diesel dancing in his bedroom.
Oh, Jake is like he's got Vin Diesel's feed directly.
He's just picturing it. Go ahead, tell us what happened, Jake.
well,
What did Vin do now? WWDVD.
well.
No, N.
Big Vin.
What
Big
did
Vin.
What,
Big Vin.
what did
Well,
WDVN?
WDVD.
well on
WDVD.
on Vin Diesel's Facebook page, which I'm a big fan of, he posted a
He clicked the big fan button.
Yeah.
Big like.
he uploaded
Extra
a big
thumbs up.
He uploaded a big like a 7 or 8 or 9 minute
It's
movie
long
Yeah.
video.
of him. It's like a webcam video of him like dancing to a really to his credit, a really good Katy Perry song.
Not important.
Oh, Dark
part of the
Horse?
story.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
and
catchy. And a couple other songs. It's
yeah,
not a 9
and then
minute
a
song.
Beyonce song. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then in between he says he's like, "Thank you guys so much for making."
Do the
you
voice.
see this?
Do the
Did
voice.
you see
Yeah,
this?
I watched the entire
I know
thing.
you
Yeah.
did.
Oh,
I
you
know you did. I watched a minute of it and I was
I
like,
can imagine Jake watching.
it's like Riddick all over again. I don't get
And
it.
he was saying like, thank you so much to the fans. You've made the Riddick the #1 sold DVD in the country right
How
now.
did that happen?
Which
Yeah.
I don't. I feel like he's lying, but that's okay because I bought it, so I don't care. And he was saying like, thanks to you guys and your support, we were able to get the movie done on like a shoestring budget. We were able to get it out there. We were able to make it rated R, and like we were able to
That's
do what we
good.
want.
I appreciate all
and I
that.
think that's cool. And he's like, I mean,
At least we're done with Riddick.
and
yeah.
I think he kind
At
of
least we're
like
we're done with Riddick movies, right?
Yeah. Well, no, he was kind of alluding to making another one, which is cool.
Jake just can't get enough of that Vinny D.
And
You
speaking
mean
of,
they're gonna make another Riddick?
yes, and along with that, he did another thing like the next day of because he's like, oh, everybody likes my dancing videos. So he did another one where
Oh,
where
no, I
he,
didn't see this.
He was saying that the next script for the next Triple X movie is finished.
So this is Vin Diesel's way of announcing
Of
things now.
communicating.
He goes like this. He goes.
It's like him lip syncing an entire song. Like, yeah,
Guess what? I'm Groot. I'm Groot.
yeah, it's like a
Ladies
race
and
site
gentlemen,
video. It's
ladies
like-
and gentlemen, yeah, I am Groot. We got some 50 Shades of Grey news, ladies and gentlemen, or just ladies, old ladies.
All right, I have-
mom, not my mom.
I have something really funny to say about this. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, and then
Okay.
we'll get to this.
This
News.
is 50 Shades of Grey. The
Yeah.
poster was released for 50 Shades
That's
of Grey.
the news.
Yeah, and I want to say something about
All right, so then let me just
Okay.
let's do it in a different order. The poster was released, and guess what?
What?
It's a guy looking away.
Now you go, Jake.
Now you go.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know why, but for some reason,
I
when
had
this
an
poster
erection
came
the
out.
entire time.
No, I thought it was the most like epic thing. Like I thought it was like Batman looking over Gotham City.
That's
it's
because
not.
they literally did do that
It's-
poster for The Dark Knight.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not. It's just a guy.
It was
looking
also
for
done
a,
in long before.
He's just looking for a.
Just looking. That's the whole book. It's like-
And
it's like-
finally-
I can imagine like with this suave like Mr. Gray, just like just looking for a.
Speaking of people just looking for a fuck, the guy who fucked Sleeping Beauty in her sleep, Maleficent.
is that rape?
No. He kissed her.
What?
She didn't
The
ask me
guy
to.
who what?
I don't
didn't
know.
get
I
that.
think that's the deleted scene.
Yeah.
But we have one last thing I want to say about Maleficent. Now, we talked about the trailer last week.
Getting sick of
and
talking about this
Me
movie.
too, but here's the thing. We shouldn't have talked about it last week. We should have talked about it this week. We're not going to talk about it in the trailer section because
Ever
it's just not
again.
goddamn worth it. But
Okay.
did you see the new trailer?
It's a little
with
better.
Lana Del
it's a
Rey's?
little better.
It was a freaking great trailer.
I'm still not convinced.
With Lana Del Rey's song.
Oh,
Was it
the
like,
spooky
when
song in
I
the background.
first saw
Yeah.
you, I will admit- No, wrong song.
Nope.
That's Great
Nope.
Gatsby.
Close.
Yeah, it's cool.
Whatever the words are.
Yeah, the
Were
movie looks a little
terrifying.
better.
Which
The movie
it,
looks
I
a little
loved
better.
it.
It brings up this funny little tangent conversation. Movies with great trailers that turn out to be poop.
Yeah,
Coming up
I have a lot
at
of those.
11 p.m. Folks, stick around. Before we get to video game news, I hope you'll allow me to talk about a little bit of TV news.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm ready.
We got TV news. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate that.
Yep, no problem.
Mike, is that okay with you?
I'm not the video game guy. I have no authority over this situation.
Well,
but
you're going to like this.
Oh.
Better Call Saul.
oh, I do like it already.
We got a series regular added. Jonathan Banks,
good.
a.k.a. Mike.
That's pretty
Good.
cool.
I was as soon as Better Call Saul was announced, I kind of like just the basic reaction in my brain without even thinking about it. I imagined a cartoon show with
I would be fine with a cartoon.
I imagine a cartoon show of Better Call Saul and Mike getting into wacky adventures, and that it. Like and Mike, Saul messes up, and Mike just goes, "Oh,
I'm mad at you. You gotta do a thing.
There's a lot of different outcomes of this scenario, and not one of them is Miller time.
You know how they say it's been a pleasure? It hasn't. Go ahead, now you say your favorite
He's
one.
gonna be like, Walter, cut it out.
nope."
He said that like a lot.
Anyway, he said that. He thought it a lot. Well, Matt, in his head, if you could hear his thoughts, he's just looking at Walter, cut it out.
Stop it, please.
Turns out he's actually a very timid guy. So here's the deal, though. Here's my first thought was that we're gonna see half measure, full measure play out.
Oh, yeah, Mike. Well, you know what? I've always
Wait,
wanted
what
to.
is that? I don't remember.
Well, just
I'm
to
sorry.
expand upon Mike's
Just
shady
two of the
past.
best episodes ever.
Yeah, I know.
Well, like they only brought it up twice. They only in 2 episodes. One was that episode, and
his past.
The only other time they brought up his past was when he was being interrogated by Hank, and he says, "I used to be a cop."
He was a
Yeah,
that was
Boston
it.
cop or
That was
something,
it.
right?
That's
Yeah.
all they talked about.
So it's all wide open, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
You think they're gonna go that far back? I feel like he
That's-
was a
that's
That's
retired
not that
cop
far.
a long time ago.
You're right. I don't know. We'll see. But I think
Yeah,
it's
we'll
a
see.
possibility, and that's the first thing I thought of. So I think that's pretty cool.
I think it's gonna be cool.
I'm
Especially
excited.
if he's working for Saul.
And
or something.
shockingly, this doesn't feel like blasphemy.
Oh,
It
you
could,
know what?
but it
No.
doesn't.
I'm glad you brought that up because if I've said this before and pretty much if this were any other show, like imagine a great show airs and then it ends on a great note and go, it was a great show.
Yeah.
And then you get news that we're having a spin-off show, we're bringing back this character. Normally I would be like,
no,
they're dumb.
please don't mess
do
with it. But
Well, I
do it, please do
I
it.
can't wait.
I still think this is Breaking Bad is a weird type of show to have spin-off.
that's
we
why.
don't-
Maybe
but-
that's why I like
yeah.
it. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it's just due to its immense popularity. That's why they're doing it.
of course, yes.
And,
But
like,
it's also
otherwise, I
creative,
don't think
too.
it would
Creatively
get-
speaking, I
Yeah.
trust everybody involved.
involved.
I'm saying I trust everyone involved.
We'll see.
So
I don't know them personally.
They haven't
so.
done me wrong yet. They
Well,
haven't done me wrong.
that's it for TV news. TVVV
video games.
video games. You got it,
Good
pal.
transition.
Hit us.
Okay. Are you guys ready for video games? Though?
Hold on. I just gotta have some coffee because video games are important.
You're gonna drink your coffee before.
Let him drink his coffee.
All right.
Slurp it loud. All right. Go ahead, Jake.
You okay?
Jake, you have
He
the
is
floor.
pretty red. Okay. Well, video games. You all right? Okay. Okay. Wow. What did you do?
I was stifling, choking.
Oh, I'm actually concerned.
Jake, please.
So Microsoft is apparently going to release a big update for the Xbox One in March to fix a lot of things. Like right now, the party chat is kind of a mess, stuff like that. Some interface changes, and now with that, people are speculating that we're getting a new Xbox unit already, a new Xbox One, like a new one.
Oh, like when the Elite came out for 360.
Yeah, apparently this one is going to have a much larger hard drive, and it's going to be diskless. Diskless? There's
Diskless.
no
Let's
disk drive.
discuss this
driveless?
Let's.
That was bound to happen, folks.
Diskless.
Diskless.
At least we got it out of the way.
Let's
Yeah.
discuss this diskless.
Oh, and
news.
also it might be
Shit.
white.
Let's get all the penis jokes out on the table.
It might be white.
It might be
It
white.
might be white.
This
Okay.
is all complete. Just for the record, this is all completely rumors, but
Oh.
this is pretty cool.
Jake, I
You
expect
think
you to.
it's-
Well, I would have been like Nintendo
Right.
has officially announced.
Well,
I
why
mean
would Nintendo announce
Microsoft.
that? Yeah. Nintendo has announced they don't like the Xbox. Well, what do you like this? Yeah, I don't give a shit.
if I was going to
but-
get an Xbox, I
have you asked Andrew what he thinks? As an Xbox
Andrew's
One
like
owner?
Andrew's like I like discs. I don't care.
No, I would.
Are you sure that's what he said?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is
I
actually what
would
he said.
definitely get the discless. Xbox
Yeah.
because like I don't buy DVDs anymore. Like I don't want. I just.
Right,
I don't.
right,
Yeah,
right.
but that's because you download it legally. It's not because
Yeah.
you buy the digital movies.
I would download games legally then.
Yeah.
I don't like
You just
having,
don't like having the stuff.
Yeah, the physical
Yeah.
I
space.
gotcha. I gotcha.
Because I'm a slob and I just leave my discs all out in the open, like
Well,
like a 2-year-old.
You can't leave your disc out in the open.
I think
pal.
it is
If
cool for
it's
people though who are
digital.
like, not, like waiting to jump in once there's actually more games and stuff. This is a good
You
time.
need a
I
huge
think.
hard drive for that.
Yeah, that's the
You
thing.
need
Well,
a-
that-
you're
that's
gonna
why
need a
they're saying
huge
that
hard drive to handle this
diskless one
disc.
will come with a bigger drive, which is good.
God,
which is
I'm
good.
getting really turned on from this conversation.
And
Can we move on?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. Yep.
Thanks.
Yep. Yep.
Talk about speaking of hard drives.
Speaking of hard drive, Gears of War.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with
There
it.
was a hard drive from Microsoft to bring Gears of War
to Xbox
snow.
One.
to Xbox One.
Yes,
There we go. We just
and-
made the segue.
Nice.
That's very good, Mike, have my job.
I'm proud of you.
So with that, Microsoft purchased the Gears of War franchise directly from Epic Games, the people that make those games.
Okay.
So
I got a lot of feelings about this.
now Microsoft is moving forward with Black Tusk Studios. This is a newer studio that hasn't
Say
really
it 3
done
times
anything.
fast.
Black Tusk Studio. Black Tusk Studio.
Already
I've
a
done like
failure.
a bunch
Screw
of
it.
videos. I had
Screw
to,
it.
it's
Screw it.
hard. It's hard. Screw it. You try.
Black Tusk Studio. Black Tusk Studio. Black Tusk Studio.
Black
Wow.
Tusk, Black
Go.
Tusk Studio, Black Tusk Studio, Black Tusk Studio.
Wow.
Jake, now you
That
got
was
to
good.
get it, Jake.
Black
Jake.
Tusk Studio.
All right, next. Move on.
Okay.
All right, so what
anyway.
happened?
So, Microsoft has announced that they are there's going to be a new Gears of War. No details, no nothing, but it's coming. And
Yeah, you
No,
wanna finish
go,
that up?
no, go.
I think this is it could be great news because I think Gears of War 1 and for a little part Gears of War 2
Yeah,
are
they were good.
some of the best games ever. I say
Oh, wow,
the
okay.
online for Gears of War
good.
1 easily one of the best online experiences
yeah,
ever.
that was good.
But
I played it a lot.
Epic dropped the ball hard on the sequels. Like the third Gears of War game, I don't even remember.
I like the
what that was.
multiplayer, but I hated the game.
Yeah,
because I actually like the lore. I take all that stuff
Yeah.
seriously.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's good.
It's really. I think a really
The
cool universe.
Locust. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
and then
but
Judgment. Judgment.
I
was
didn't
like a
even.
half-assed
I didn't
cash-in
even
by a
want to get
different
the
studio.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. But now I'm hoping that this new studio, by the way, is headed up by a guy who was one of the heads on the original Gears of War. So I'm hoping that he brings back like a
Like his
passion.
head was on the
and, like-
cover?
and he's a no, Eric. That's not
For those
very
not watching, I just made a doofy grin because I was obviously joking.
a bad joke.
It was a bad joke. Excuse me.
Well.
Oh, and I broke Jake.
Broke Jake.
I broke
again.
Jake.
Not again.
Well, one of the I'd say one of the best things about Gears of War 1 was that it was kind of like tired stuff. Like, I mean, we've seen games of bulky Marines getting into fights before,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like just there was a lot of like new stuff. That I mean, like
that
you wouldn't-
whole cover shooter, real
Yeah, like-
stop and pop thing. That
yeah,
was,
I mean, like a lot of people are getting really tired of that, like with the chest high walls and like you just crouch. And
But they should get credit for starting that.
Yeah, they
shit.
started it, but the online for Gears of War 1, I've never played any other game where killing someone
Felt so good.
Oh, I
good.
loved that.
Just
Felt
like
so good.
when you killed someone, I just like, oh,
You're like,
I killed him.
It's so like yeah.
No other game in the world ever did that to me, ever.
Except for GoldenEye.
That's good. I did not know
Yeah.
you really liked.
I
the
love
Gears of
Gears
War.
I
of
played
War
Gears of War all the
one.
Yeah,
time.
that's
We
cool.
played together.
What?
Did
You
we
what?
played it once?
No, we played Left 4 Dead together.
What?
Yeah,
That's
me.
what it was.
Yeah, we.
You own Gears of War though. You
No,
did.
I don't own anything. I
Well, you
deleted
you
all
had
of it.
Gears of
I
War.
sold all my shit.
I remember you had Gears of War.
Yeah, I did.
That's cool.
And 2.
That's cool, man.
Never played it.
Well, with that, I think that's really cool. I think it could be good. A lot of people are like, no.
Well,
more.
it's funny to think about because when Gears of War was being a lot more popular back in like what 2007, 2008,
yeah.
there was so much talks for we're gonna make a movie and like it's
yeah.
like,
What happened?
yeah,
Went the way of the dodo.
yeah.
Speaking of movies, Sly Cooper is getting a movie.
Oh,
Sly Cooper,
yeah,
the
nice.
thieviest
Got
raccoonist.
a lot
So,
to talk
okay.
about here.
I don't know Sly Cooper very well, I should say.
He's a.
It was,
I know the character.
Yeah, first game,
but-
great game.
This is basically a feature-length cinematic, correct?
Yep. This
Yeah.
is like this is essentially in the
Ratchet
same
and
vein
Clank.
of Ratchet and
Yeah.
Clank. Yeah.
Where did that ever go? That movie?
That's
It's
coming.
coming.
Out.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're working on it.
Taking a long time.
2015. It said at the
Yeah, it was
Cool.
very much just like a concept teaser trailer. Like, hey, look how cool it's gonna be. This is much different though. Like the characters look different. It's much more
Yeah.
realized.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's much more of like a fully realized thing.
Now, like with all of these, I mean, there's only 2 right now. It's a Ratchet and Clank and like Sly Cooper. Like they're
Yeah.
like the only like real video game movies. These
Yeah,
are, like,
I mean,
pretty much
Resident
the-
Evil had a couple, but they were bad.
Yeah,
and they were straight to DVD.
No, I
Yeah.
don't mean. Oh, you're talking about the cartoon.
the
Resident
animated
Evil.
ones,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay, so Sly Cooper Ratchet and Clank and Resident Evil are the only ones so far to have like real video.
And I'm
game movies.
fully. I think I'm fully behind these.
I think it's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
Not only that, like, they bringing back all the voice actors.
I'm so behind this. I do
yeah.
think that like I'm like, God damn it, when are we gonna get a Jack and Daxter and Crash Bandicoot movie?
Well, I don't
That's
know if you
gonna
can make
break everybody's skulls.
I don't
Crash
know if-
Bandicoot.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you can make a Crash Bandicoot movie because he never talks.
He's like,
What if they made an
stupid idiot,
Avengers with
yeah.
all of them eventually?
Oh, like with
all the
of them?
shared universe, like Crash Bandicoot,
Spider-Man?
Spyro, and
Oh,
God,
my.
that'd be like a.
Oh wait, you mean
God,
Avengers?
we're gonna
with
be
video game
rich!
You mean
Like, as if we
wait?
get
You
any
mean like
stake.
Avengers with video game characters? Like every. Oh, imagine
Super
they made,
Smash
like,
Brothers the
Super
movie.
Smash Brothers
Yeah.
the movie. That'd be cool.
They bring back Super Mario and Luigi from the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, like what? Who played Luigi?
I forget. Luigi was what the hell's his name?
What's his name?
Not Dom.
No.
Well, John Leguizamo was
Yes,
Luigi.
yeah, it's Luigi. Yeah.
And
We bring,
who was
no,
Mario?
Forget Mario. We just
The
bring back
guy
Luigi.
in Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
We just bring back Luigi and
Luigi
and-
Mario.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I was gonna say like I just keep it. Well, it'll be so boring because nobody really. Well, I mean the characters talk, but in Super Smash Brothers they don't say anything.
Yeah.
So everything like the dialogue will just be Falcon Punch, Pikachu. Like it sucked. I'm sure they would expand it.
I think they would, Jake. They're just like, whoops! It's the premiere, and they're like, oh
We
shit!
forgot to add
Any
anything.
dialogue?
But so we're fully on board with these types of movies.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
it
you know,
doesn't affect
well,
me as much.
We
but
still haven't seen anything.
No,
I've
not
seen the
really.
movie.
The
Yeah,
tra- the
we're
trailer-
fully on board. Last week's poll question was, what is your favorite instance of product placement? Favorite in the
in a
sense that it's
movie.
just blatant and ridiculous. Yeah, in a movie.
I've seen some since last week's episode.
Of course, sure.
I've seen some pretty good
Yeah.
ones I want to talk about.
So we had in third place Amazing Spider-Man and Bing, because we're living in a world where we actually
Yeah.
think that someone as smart as Peter Parker is using Bing.
I don't think
You
anyone...
use Google. Everybody uses Google. Stop trying
I
to
know
pretend
there's
otherwise.
there's like two people out there that use Bing and they like to
I,
comment.
I
on
think
things
even
and say,
that's
I
generous.
use Bing.
I think that's even generous.
They
to
just do it for the sake of so they can comment on things.
so they can
and go,
say,
I
use
use Bing. Hey,
There's literally, first of all, there's barely a difference, but it's just everyone just goes to Google.
Also, it's like there's just nothing anyone can ever say. Like, why do you use Bing and not Google?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. In second place, we have you seen this? I'm sure you've seen it on YouTube.
God.
Hawaii Five-0 and Subway.
Yes.
This is real?
funny.
That's real. I love that.
That can't be real.
Well, no, it's funny that you bring
That's
this up.
in the
because-
show?
Yes, because
You
Hawaii.
sure it wasn't like during a commercial
I'm
break?
positive because I've seen it. Hawaii Five-0 did this twice. They did it with Subway and they also did it with Bing. The first time,
the
first time they
Bing
did it
one
with
was awful.
Yeah,
Oh
like
my
they were
God.
in a museum. And one of them goes, he sees like an art piece, and he mentions the artist's name, and like his girlfriend goes, "I didn't know like you were an art connoisseur." He's like, "Yeah, Bing it," and she's like, "You know what? I will." And you see the shot of her phone opening up the Bing app and her typing it in, and go, "You're right. Bing is
Oh,
great.
shit.
Bing is
Yeah.
great." And then in the Subway one, the guy's like, "Man, are those Subway sandwiches? Oh, they're so good.
Yeah.
Subway's new foot-long special. It is
I'm
so
eating
tasty."
healthy or
Yeah.
something like that. Oh, that was
God.
embarrassing. I had to look it up, of course.
Yeah.
And the last one, or technically the first one, in first place, this one I think maybe misunderstood because I think it's a joke. I think it's a gag. You remember in Cat in the Hat when he holds up the tickets to Universal Studios?
yeah.
Mike Myers? And
Well,
he
that's
like
a
winks at the
Universal, it's a
camera?
Universal movie.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Yeah,
It was
I mean-
almost like Wayne's World.
Yeah.
It was a
It's
gag.
like a
I think
Wayne's
it was like a
World
little
gag.
in between. That
Yeah,
was
and
cool.
actually we had people saying Wayne's World, and I was like, that's not the
No,
point. No,
yeah.
because that was a joke.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
don't think that this Cat in the Hat thing, I don't think it was a joke. He winked at
Yeah.
the camera. So that was last week's poll question. This week's poll question is, the Super Bowl's coming up. And by the way, if you're watching this on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday during the day,
Happy
you won't see
Super
the
Bowl.
poll. Happy Super Bowl. But you won't see the poll because we are going to post it after the Super Bowl. So keep an eye out for it on Facebook.com/prettymuchit, Twitter.com/prettymuchit, whatever. The poll question is, what was your favorite Super Bowl spot? I guess any commercial. It doesn't need to just be like a movie commercial. That is it for this week's episode of Pretty Much It. And I had a great time with you fellas.
I had
Yeah,
a
thanks, guys.
wonderful time.
You guys were pretty nice to me this time. I was surprised.
Pretty
It was
nice
great.
on Pretty Much It.
Well, we're only nice.
You guys let me talk about Vin Diesel.
Well, Jake, I don't know if you've noticed this.
Oh, what was
I
that?
just slapped Jake in the face. I smacked him so hard you have no idea.
like
He's on the floor.
supersonic.
Shh, you're on the floor. We're pretending it's it's audio, so they don't know.
But this is a
He's-
video
shh,
podcast
Jake,
too.
shh, that's pretty much it.
They can see me.